Raw garlic, left whole, has almost zero smell or flavor. That's not a myth, it's basic plant chemistry. Proven. In the next 10 minutes, you'll learn garlic's biggest secret. Why crushed garlic burns your mouth but chopped doesn't. Why resting garlic for 10 minutes changes everything about it. Why jarred minced garlic is basically already chemically dead. And why some chefs ban crushed garlic from certain dishes. Stick around, you'll never prep garlic the same way again. This isn't opinion, it's food science, tested in real labs. Let's start with the molecule nobody puts on the label. Inside intact garlic sit two separate chemicals, kept apart. One is called alliin, a sulfur-based amino acid compound. The other is a linase, an enzyme sitting in different cells. As long as the clove stays whole, they never touch. That's why whole garlic barely smells like anything at all. The moment you damage the cell walls, everything changes fast. Alliin and allinase collide the instant the structure breaks. That collision creates a brand new molecule called allicin. Allicin is the sharp, pungent compound you know as garlic. Without cell damage, allicin simply does not exist yet. Crushing garlic destroys hundreds of cells in one motion. More broken cells means more alliin meeting more allinase. That flood creates allicin fast, and in large amounts. This is why crushed garlic tastes sharp, hot, almost aggressive. Chopping, by contrast, damages far fewer cells per cut. Fewer ruptured cells mean a slower, gentler chemical reaction. The result is milder garlic that blends smoothly into dishes. Slicing damages even less structure than chopping does. Sliced garlic releases flavor slowly, almost like a whisper. Same clove. 3 techniques, 3 completely different flavor profiles. This explains why 2 cooks garlic never tastes the same. It's not skill, it's literally different chemistry happening. Restaurants that want bold flavor often crush garlic on purpose. Chefs wanting subtlety will slice garlic paper thin instead. Your knife technique is secretly a chemistry decision every time. Here's something wild. Allicin formation is incredibly fast. Much of it forms in under 60 seconds after cutting. That's faster than most people even finish chopping the clove. But allicin is also chemically unstable and breaks down quickly. It doesn't sit still, it transforms into other compounds. Allicin degrades into diallyl sulfides, agiin, and related molecules. Each of those breakdown compounds carries its own distinct flavor. This means garlic's taste actually shifts minute by minute. The garlic you smell right after cutting won't smell identical later. Garlic is less an ingredient, more a live chemical reaction. Some recipes tell you to chop garlic and just wait. That instruction isn't tradition, it's enzyme kinetics at work. A linase needs a few minutes to fully convert alliin. If you toss cut garlic straight into hot oil immediately, heat interferes. High heat can deactivate a linase before the reaction finishes. That means less allicin ever gets the chance to form. Researchers studying garlic chemistry found this timing genuinely matters. Letting crushed garlic sit for roughly 10 minutes changes outcomes. That short wait allows the enzyme reaction to fully develop. Only after that does heat make sense for deeper flavor. Skip the wait, and you cook away potential you never unlocked. This single pause is the most underrated trick in cooking. Allicin isn't just unstable at room temperature. Heat kills it faster. Once temperatures climb past roughly 60 degrees Celsius, it breaks down. That's well below a typical hot skillet or simmering sauce. So raw garlic's sharp bite disappears almost instantly once cooked. But garlic doesn't lose flavor entirely, it transforms again. Diallo disulfide, one breakdown product, survives cooking much better. That compound creates garlic's deeper, roasted, savory backbone flavor. This is why cooked garlic tastes sweeter, rounder, less sharp. Raw garlic bites you. Cooked garlic hugs you instead. Same clove, same molecule family, entirely different sensory experience. Roast a whole bulb slowly, and something completely different happens. Minimal cell damage means very little allicin ever forms. Instead, sugars inside the clove caramelize under low, steady heat. Maillard reactions build sweet, nutty, almost buttery flavor compounds. That's why roasted garlic tastes nothing like raw crushed garlic. It isn't garlic mellowing, it's a different chemical pathway entirely. No sharp alliin-allinase reaction, just slow sugar transformation instead. This is why whole roasted garlic spreads like soft butter. Same plant, same clove, 2 totally separate flavor stories. Ever wonder why jarred minced garlic tastes weirdly muted? Manufacturers often heat treat or acidify garlic to extend shelf life. Allinase is highly sensitive to both heat and acidity. Acid environments like vinegar can deactivate the enzyme almost instantly. Without active allinase, allicin production essentially stops before it starts. That's why jarred garlic smells faint compared to fresh cloves. The convenience comes at a real, measurable chemical cost. Fresh garlic and jarred garlic are not the same ingredient anymore. Scientifically, they're closer to cousins than identical twins. Want bold, punchy garlic flavor? Crush it, then let it rest. Want subtle, blended garlic flavor? Slice it thin instead. Want deep savory depth? Add crushed garlic late in cooking. Want sweet, mellow garlic? Roast whole bulbs low and slow. Never dump raw crushed garlic into a screaming hot pan that kills the reaction before it ever finishes developing fully. Add garlic near the end for maximum aromatic impact instead. Store garlic bulbs whole, cool, and dark, never refrigerated. Refrigeration encourages sprouting and weakens the clove's chemical potential. Small prep choices are quietly controlling your dish's entire flavor. Garlic isn't one flavor, it's a spectrum you control. Every cut, every weight, every degree of heat shifts outcomes. This is real organosulfur chemistry, not kitchen folklore or guessing. Scientists studying garlic compounds confirm these timing effects consistently. Once you understand the reaction, garlic stops being random. You start cooking with intention instead of guessing blindly. That's the difference between a cook and a chemist. Next time you reach for garlic, you'll cut it differently. Try it tonight. Crush one clove, slice another, compare directly. You'll taste the chemistry yourself, in real time, immediately.